Alright, welcome back to A Summer's End. I can't remember if this is part 6. This is part 6. So, a little bit of a recap. We had a nice little tender moment between Sam and Michelle, and then Michelle with basically like with the guilt that was coming back to her, knowing that her mom, knowing that this relationship is impossible, and especially with her mom, knowing that her mom would never approve of this relationship. That all comes crashing back to her, so she ends up running away once again. And perhaps this time it's for good. And then we got the backstory of Sam, and we find out that, Sam and Michelle, they're like the same, they're different sides of the same coin. It's just that they both ended up becoming very different people because of the path that they've chosen. And so, yeah, that's where we are. And also, I know that I said previously that I ended up cock-blocking myself out of a scene. So I went back to my original save, my first save, where I was actually doing the things that the adult patch wanted me to do. And I reread that scene again, the third scene that you guys didn't get to see. So still, if you guys want to see it, you're gonna have to play the game. But I really like those scenes, the extra scenes for the adult patch. It's short and sweet, and that's what I really like about it. And it's, again, I keep saying it, it's very sensual, and it's very passionate, and it's very, in that moment, instead of just, this is something to get your socks off, to get your rocks off. I keep trying to say that phrase, and I just don't know if I'm saying it correctly. But, yeah, I went back. It was very nice. I don't know why I started with this sad song. It's just making me sad. Anyways, so, towards the end of this, let me go into gaming. I was gonna say gaming, but that's my scene on OBS. If there was a chance I see Michelle again, I hope I would be strong enough to get her to stay, and then we're gonna fast forward again to, I really like this, by the way, with the whole VHS. But yeah, we're going back to Michelle again. So here we are with...
Michelle! Michelle!
I can't yell, it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m., the perfect time for me to record visual novels for some freaking reason. When I was a young girl, I imagined myself getting married at 25, of course. My spouse would be handsome, of course. If he wasn't, why would you marry him? He would be from a wealthy family. I would have 2 children, of course. A girl and a boy. Well, you can't have, you can't be certain that you'll have a boy and a girl. We would live in an apartment with a view. On sunny days, I would take my children to the park to play, but yeah, this is what she was expecting, so, And on the weekends, we would have afternoon tea with my mother and my in-laws. Ugh, and then eventually I would take care of all of them, your mother and your in-laws. Ugh. It was a picture-perfect life that I had to imagine for myself when I was a child. Yeah. I haven't thought about marriage in a long time. I was busy with school, and then I was busy with getting a job and progressing my career. Did I still imagine such a life for myself? If Sam was a man, we would have met differently. Yeah, but would you have felt the same way for Sam like you did when if she was a girl? And maybe it would have been... No, it wouldn't have been the same. Exactly. It had been a few weeks since I'd last seen Sam. I made a firm resolution not to see her again. I don't know what I could even say to her if we met again. It was my fault. I know I had gone so far as to do such a thing with her, but it wasn't something I would do again. It was one of those things that happened in the heat of the moment. It was, you were looking for an answer in the stars, and the stars have answered you. We lived in different worlds, but do you really? If I want to keep going in my career, I have to keep my reputation. The Chinese culture, you gotta keep face. If you lose face, that is very bad. If someone were to find out about this, Who knows what repercussion I could face. My mother too. What would she do if she found out about us? Yeah, so it's a combination of her guilt from her mom and her need to save face. I was her only daughter and her closest family. I don't want to make her sad, but should that be... Okay, I need to stop talking in every single... I'm just taking everything personally. But, like, you don't want to make her sad, but, like, does that mean that you should keep yourself out of your own happiness? There's no point in thinking about this anymore. I have to keep moving forward with my own life. So I kept working away. I put in more overtime. Of course you are. Of course you're putting in more overtime. I needed an outlet for my energy. I might as well put it towards my work. My goal was to finish the summer quarter on top. After several weeks of long days at the office, my efforts must have been finally noticed. My supervisor came over to my desk to personally thank me for my hard work. She said I had contributed so much to the company that my coworkers needed time to catch up with my reports. Damn, dude. She asked me to take the next day off as I've been working too much overtime lately. Thank goodness for your supervisor. I protested over her concerns. Too much overtime? She should be happy I was so invested in the company. Yeah, but she wants you to relax so then you can continue to work hard in the company. My supervisor wouldn't hear any of it. She insisted that I take a short break. She shooed me away from my desk, going as far as getting Joey to escort me home. Damn it, Joey. What would I do on a weekday when I don't have work to go to? I don't know, Michelle. Get a hobby. Michelle, you look pretty tired these days. Are you feeling alright? Michelle? Huh? Oh, that's right. Joey. I was on the train with Joey. Oh, yes, sorry. Is everything okay? Yes, don't worry. Just something's been on my mind lately. Were you bummed out about the World Cup finals? Huh? I placed a bet with my friends on who would win the final. I lost a few hundred on it. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. If you made a bad bet, I understand it completely. No, it's not that. No, she made a good bet and then she ran away from it. No? Really, don't worry about it. If you're sad about something, the best thing for it is to eat a good meal. That's right. Why think when you can eat? Alright, Joey, that's gonna lead us somewhere else. That's what I like to say. Alright, Joey. Again. Right. Oh yeah, there's this new beef brisket place. Have you had it yet? Which one? It's near your stop. Want to have it together? It's really good, as long as it's not in, like, Mongkok. We haven't gone around to having dinner yet. Oh, she's still been holding out on him. I gave Joey a look over. Maybe he's nice. He's well educated. He has a good job. He's not bad looking. He seemed like a smart and clean-cut guy that my mother would approve of. I guess I should give this beef brisket place a chance. It was on my way home after all. Trying to get herself to forget Sam by going with Joey. Poor Joey, man. I mean, I know I was talking shit about you, but I went with Joey to the restaurant. It was a small cedar restaurant that specialized in serving beef brisket noodles. There was a line out the door, but they turned tables quickly. People in groups of 3 or less were seated with other small groups in shared tables to move the line faster. I didn't care either way to share or wait for another table. We decided to share a table with another restaurant patron. I didn't realize until we were seated that a familiar video store owner was seated at the same table with us. It was Sam! Of all the people I could ever run into at a restaurant, it had to be her. She made a glance towards me as I took my seat. Oh my god. Why was her skirt so short? Sam must have seen me, but she didn't say anything. Well, I mean, how could she? You're on a date, aren't you? I think she was as surprised as I was. Joey, oblivious of all the tension, took a seat between us. I can't believe we got in that fast, right, Michelle? Yes. Ah, excuse me. Joey awkwardly bumped into Sam as he took his seat. I hope you don't mind sharing tables, Michelle. It's kinda intimate, right? Sitting side by side. It's okay. Let's look at the menu. Ah, Joey! Joey held up the menu. He blocked all sight of Sam. I could not see her reaction at all. Not long after we sat down, a waitress came by with an order pad in hand. Are you ready to order? Not yet. The waitress went to wait on other tables when she saw that we were not ready to order. I looked over the menu. The main course was the signature beef brisket noodle soup. Patrons could select different meat cuts as extra toppings. What beef cuts I preferred was an inconsequential choice for me at this moment. What do you think is good? Do you like tendon meat? If you do, then you can get the number 2. I can get the number 1, and we could share the meat. Oh, I'm okay with tendon meat. No? Why don't you try it? Do you like tendon meat? I'm okay with tendon meat. No, why don't what? I pushed my seat back to sneak another glimpse of Sam. She was looking down into her empty bowl of noodle soup. She had a blank stare. I couldn't read it. I wanted to say something, but I couldn't find the words. I felt boxed inside this small restaurant. I hadn't prepared myself to meet Sam yet, and yet fate brought you guys together again. Not so soon after what I did. Seeing her brought me again all the emotions of guilt, fear, shame, and remorse. I didn't want her to see me here, especially not with my coworker, Joey. Would she even want to see me again? Did she hate me? Excuse me, miss, can I get the bill, please? Okay, here's the bill. The waitress grabbed the bill for Sam. Sam paid in cash and walked out. She didn't bother waiting for change. She definitely saw me for sure. But she didn't say a word to me at all before she left. Again, how could she? You're with Joey. It was still summer, but the gust of air from the door opening as she left felt cold. Waitress, we're ready to order. What do you want to order? We'll have one number 1 and Michelle? We'll have one number 1 and Michelle. You'll have the number 2, right? I should make a choice. I had been going along with the flow of things, not considering what I desired most. This decision might be an inconsequential choice in the end, but I didn't want to have any regrets. Should I go after Sam, or should I finish my meal with Joey? It's true I didn't end things cleanly with Sam, but I had already made my decision that morning. I didn't need to say anything more to her, right? I'm gonna save this spot because look, as much as it is, I will never say this. I'm sorry, Joey, but I had some important things to do. Wait, huh? I'm sorry, I just remembered I had something important to do right now. I have to leave. Oh? Was that your friend there? You two kept looking at each other. Joey understands. Yes. If it's something important, it's better to talk face to face. You shouldn't keep her waiting. That's right. I'm sorry, I'll make up dinner with you next time. Please enjoy your meal today, okay? I will. I'll see you next time at work. Yes, I'll see you. Excuse me. Okay, waitress. I'll just have the number 1 then. Make it an extra large. Oh, Joey. I excused myself and made my way out of the restaurant. I was upset. I was scared. I was hurt. I was overwhelmed by emotions. What I did last time to Sam was awful. But to be given the cold shoulder from Sam like that? Again, you were with Joey! It pained me. It was as if we ceased to exist in front of each other. And also, you ran away, so it was what I wanted from the beginning. But it shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't have ended things with Sam like that. And I didn't want Sam's last impression of me to be a misunderstanding. I followed after Sam. It was dark now. Rain was lightly drizzling outside. Of course it's raining. The clacking sound of my heels echoed loudly in the narrow roadway outside. Sam must have heard me running after her, but she didn't turn around. She got onto her bike and started up the engine. The sound of the motor was loud. Was this all that will be between us? I didn't want to accept it. Not like this. If Sam thought she could get away without acknowledging me, I was going to be really upset. I had to get her attention. Fucking take off your heels and throw it at... I called out her name. Sam! She stopped revving her bike and she turned to look at me. It started raining more heavily. Sam, wait! Sam. There were tears in her eyes. She rubbed them away with her hands. Can you talk to me? Ugh. I just don't want to see it. Huh? Wait. Don't walk out on me like this. Michelle says, despite her walking out on Sam. What? You're the one who walked out on me. That was because if I was going to let go of something, I had to be resolute. Let's not do this again. I get it. I understand if this is the path you choose for yourself. My path is different from yours. I haven't mentioned this yet, but Sam is wearing all black. She's in a dark place right now. I get it. Huh? Our paths are different. What are you talking about? Sam... What is it? Sorry, that's Sam. What is it? I had to say it sincerely from my heart. Sam, I... The words were lost on my tongue. I couldn't speak. I still want to get to know you, Michelle. I won't bother you anymore if you feel otherwise. I understand. I looked into Sam's eyes. I haven't answered her yet, but the expression in her eyes already looked so sad. If we were to see each other again, would it be painful like this every time? It wouldn't work out between us, I rationalized. I had my own life. Sam had hers. She should be with someone that's better for her. It would be better for both of us not to see each other again. I was not a strong person. I was not brave, but if she said the words, maybe I would be strong enough. Sam... The words kept drying up in my throat. What was I just doing, standing here? It's alright. I get it. You don't have to say it. Get what? Sam had a look of resignation. Well, yeah, she's just like, I don't want to do this again if you're just gonna fucking catfish me. you're gonna fucking bait me in. Had she given up on me already? Well, she doesn't want to be hurt again. I did something wrong to her. I still haven't owned up to what I did. But this was my last chance to make things right between us. If I was going to end things cleanly between us, I had to tell her. I had to say it. I want for us to be more than this. Please give me another chance. Michelle, are you sure about this? Yes. You know the feelings that I have for you. I love you. Even in a short period of time, I love you, Michelle. Sam, I'm not going to run away this time. Michelle, it started to rain heavily. Thick rain droplets fell from the sky and pelted us both. Was it typhoon season already? It didn't matter. This was not a time for me to run for shelter. I walked straight toward Sam while the rain continued to fall. I wanted to show her that I was not a person who would give up so easily. Sam, look at me. Oh my god! Gave her a little smooch. Damn, dude. I pulled Sam towards me. I brought Sam's face right up to mine. And in the torrential rain, we kissed. It didn't matter to me at all if anyone else saw this. All I wanted was to be with Sam again. I could not let her go. Not again. Oh, this fucking song. And they're both just crying in the rain? God, of course it's raining. It was a moment of pause before Sam returned my kiss. She was shocked, probably at my boldness. I feel like I'm too far in the corner now. Hold on. There you go. I didn't expect Sam to forgive me. It was understandable if she didn't want to reciprocate my feelings. I readied my heart. But when I felt Sam put her arms around me and kissed me back, my heart overflowed with joy. Yeah, for this once in your life, you took a risk not knowing whether she was going to accept it or not. And guess what? You've got the reward. I was crying tears of happiness. I never felt this happy before. The world around us seemed to pause for this moment. But of course, it never actually does. The rain continued falling on us. So much so that our clothes became heavy from the rain. Joey came out from his fucking, beef noodle. He's like, I just finished eating what? It's raining so hard. What should we do? Let's get out of this rain. Would you like to come back to my place? We can talk more and get ourselves dried. It might change into a storm if it keeps pouring like this. Sam, Michelle, I missed you. I miss you too, Sam. You can see the rain droplets on them. Very nice. Actually, now I think about it, I have to go back a little bit to maybe I don't want to get I don't want to ruin the music and the mood, but I wanted to go back and see their hair and see if it's like a little different of it being like a more wet texture. It's a short ride, but would you mind sitting behind me? On your bike? You've done it before, Michelle. Except this time it's gonna be in the rain. Yes, if that's alright with you. It's one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. No, it's fine. Hold on tight, okay? I cannot hit that note. My lips are always dry. I have dry, cracked lips. We rode away on Sam's bike. We laughed out loud. It didn't matter who saw or heard us. We had nothing to fear. I felt cleansed. It was as if the rain that continued to pour from the heavens was no more than a light sprinkle. I held tightly onto Sam's raincoat back. Rain-soaked back. I was elated. It felt as if a heavy weight had been taken off my chest. The smell of rain on the asphalt pavement was earthy. It was a pleasant scent. It reminded me of the day I spent with Sam in Saikung. The memory of it was still so vivid and sweet in my heart. It would be nice, I thought, to feel the cool sea breeze and the warmth of the summer sun again with Sam. I don't ever want to forget that day in summer. Drive slower. Be careful or we're going to slip. Just hang tight, it's a short ride. We don't have helmets. How could you forget to bring one? It's alright, we're not far. Be careful. Okay. Yeah, it's just... it's just Michelle just fucking backseat driving. For the third time, I found myself in Sam's apartment. Hey baby, you'll finally get your blouse, huh? It was messier to the time I visited. Dirty dishes collected in her sink. Empty takeout boxes and drink bottles were left on her table. Oh yeah, she was feeling sad, so she didn't want to clean. The plants by the window had signs of wilting. Had she been keeping busy, I wondered? Sorry, it's a little messy. It's fine, I don't mind it. Here, let me hang up your jacket. I'll get you a towel to dry off. Thanks. If you neglect to water a houseplant, it would slowly wither and die. And if you water a plant too much, the roots would drown and the plant would rot. Since last time and now, was what was given enough? Or was it too much? Would the plant be able to flower into the new season? I hope that it would. What I was to Sam and what she was to me, it wasn't something that mattered anymore. I wanted to know for myself what feelings I had for Sam, and what feelings Sam had for me. You might have to start leaving some of your clothes here if this keeps happening. Ho-ho! Did you end up eating, by the way? Huh? From the brisket place earlier. I didn't. I'm sorry to have interrupted your date. It wasn't a date. You want anything then? Want what? Something to eat to make up for your dinner. I don't really want to go out again in the rain. I could make something. I'm still a little hungry. After a bowl? Really? You can cook? You're always so surprised at everything I do. She just... Do I look like someone who can't cook? There you go. No, I didn't mean it like that. I'll make something. Any requests? Anything goes. Alright. How about a black bean stir fry? Okay. Sam had me sit down and wait, saying her kitchen was too small to fit 2 cooks. I mean, yes, I watched her prepare the meal. It didn't take her long to prepare the ingredients. She effortlessly cut up the vegetables she had in her fridge. She has been living alone for a long time, so... And fried up the vegetables with some ground pork along with some garlic, ginger, pepper, and black bean paste to taste. Oh, black bean paste. I thought she was just gonna use black beans, but... Sounds pretty good. Her little portable stove packed heat. I mean, stir fry is good for anything. With anything, in any ingredients. I can't say any ingredients because somebody else is going to be like, we're gonna add chocolate to it. When she turned up the gas, flames quickly licked up the side of the wok and engulfed the entire pan. Holy shit. The ingredients were cooked in no time. Where are you keeping this wok? She must have cooked a lot in the pans. It made sense as she lived alone. She didn't seem to flinch when the oil sizzled and popped, nor when the flames erupted from the wok. If I had an older sister, she might have cooked for me like this. I wasn't a spoiled little sibling though. And Sam wasn't my sister. Yes, she is now... your lover. It's ready. Huh? Only one side dish? Damn, Michelle. You just said that you're not a spoiled little girl. Huh? It's not enough? Well, I'm used to having a variety of dishes. Yeah, you little fucking spoiled child. You have too many complaints. Exactly. Please compliment me for once. How is it? Does it taste good? It's not bad. That's it? Not bad means it's not bad. It's a compliment. If it's not bad, then you should say that it's good. If it's good, then I'll say it's good. It's not good? It's not bad. It's good enough to eat every day. Damn, Michelle. That's a compliment. Oh, Michelle. Do you cook often, Sam? Sometimes. It's nice to eat home cooking every once in a while. And also, like, with what Michelle and, Sam is like, you complain a lot. And, well, I mean, she gets that from her mom. With the interaction that we see from her mom. Like, you think she ever fucking say any good thing about her? Or compliment her? I see. How about you, Michelle? No, my mother cooks for me at home. That's nice. I'm sure she makes great meals. Sam, I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? About my mother? It's been a long time. It's nothing to feel sorry about. You know, my dad was the one who cooked in my family. I learned how to cook from him. My dad's the one who cooks in my family too, albeit it's actually, my mom had taught my dad to cook. And then eventually my dad just took over the cooking. And my mom is just like, whatever. I just let him do it. Well, then my dad ended up working as a cook, so he now has more like chef skills than my mom. Black bean stir fry was his favorite dish to make. Oh, I see. My mother used to work quite late, so my dad was the one who took care of the household. Oh. We had a strange family dynamic, don't you think? Strange in the 80s, but very modern. No, not at all. I'm glad I could experience a part of your family. Michelle. Thank you, Sam. I'll help you with the dishes. Okay. There you go, if you're not cooking, clean it. It seems like the rain has stopped now. Looks like it. Will you be heading out? What'd you like to do, Michelle? I should call my mother and let her know I'm coming home. I see. But I want to stay a little bit longer. I want to talk to you more. Is that okay with you? After what felt like an eternity, Sam answered me. That's alright with me. I'm happy to spend time with you. I think this is like the first time, again, with Michelle finally taking the steps and taking the first step and taking the risk. This is her fully out and saying that she wants to spend more time with Sam. I missed you. Sam, I like the way you observe everything about you, around you, and the way you express yourself sincerely. But please know, I don't want to be someone that makes you uncomfortable or feel ashamed of yourself. I hope you can understand how I feel. Beneath her cheery disposition, there was a falter in her voice. Sam's lips were tilted upward, but her smile was bittersweet. I could feel the weight in Sam's words. I shouldn't be replying to her half-heartedly, nor should I take for granted her feelings. I was the only one who had given her the cold shoulder. I had hurt her. I shouldn't expect Sam to still want more than this, but she does, so you better fucking... In the heat of the moment, I said that I wanted her. In the heat of the moment, I was... Yourself, finally? Yeah, I was being true to myself. It was cowardly of me to have run away the next morning. What I couldn't face the next morning was myself. Again, it's all that lessons that your mom has taught into you, so... I didn't want to accept yet that I had feelings for Sam. I was scared. I was scared of the repercussion of furthering our relationship. Again, the guilt of your mom and the saving of your face. But when we were together, it was as if the troubles in my mind had washed away with the rain. I wasn't afraid to be with her. Sam, there's so much I don't know. All I know is that I keep thinking of you. I missed you. I missed you so much. Michelle, the one thing that I'm certain of is that when I'm with her, I don't want anything else. They're satisfied. Michelle, I know we share something special. Please, let me be a part of your life. Even after the summer is gone, I still want to be here for you. Sam, please. It doesn't matter if summer is over. Please be with me. We held each other for a long time. When we broke free from each other's arm, I saw that Sam was smiling from tooth to tooth. I felt giddy too, as if I was on the moon. I never felt this way before with anyone. One day, I'd be able to properly convey my feelings to Sam in words. I couldn't find the right words just yet. What I felt for her was more than affection between friends, yes, and deeper than mere physical attraction. Yes, I wanted to learn more about Sam and the world around her, and for her to learn more about me. The vocabulary would come to me soon, I know. Yes, you know, just go and say I'm in lesbian with you. Later into the night, I asked Sam to put on a movie for us to watch. She dimmed the lights and put on a video. We watched the movie on her bed. It was a light and funny movie. Sam laughed candidly. She leaned her head on my shoulder. Her hair smelled nice, I thought. It was so good to spend time together again like this. The day on the beach with Sam was so dreamy. Yeah, so dreamy, in fact. You had a fucking wild dream. I wish I could relive that day with her. The past cannot be undone, but I hope I could be strong enough not to repeat it. I believed in Sam's words. When she said she missed me and wanted to be with me, my heart swelled. I was happy that I could make amends with Sam, though a small part of me was scared. Of course, I was worried that I might have mired something into our relationship. I have to search that up. What the heck is mired? Like, mired, like, you've put some bad juju vibes into your like you jinx your somewhere around there. Caused to become stuck in the mud. Involve something or someone in a difficult situation. Cover or spatter with mud. Become a stick in the mud. Yeah. So, like, sink your relationship. Or, you know, again, get all tangled up. Okay. I mean, understandable. Your mom. A tiny voice in my head wondered, would Sam still love me the same way? Would it be possible for us to be as we were in the past? Sam was such a nice and gentle person. Sam had never done anything to hurt me. She had always been kind to me. Trust. It was something difficult to gain and something much easier to lose. 2 months we were apart felt like a century. Holy shit, it was I thought it was a couple weeks. I looked for Sam's glances during the movie. I wanted her to look at me the same way she did before. But there was some reservation in the way she was around me. Well, of course, she's afraid that if she put the moves on you again, you're just gonna be like, oh, I gotta run away. I could never really read Sam that well. I wanted to know how she truly felt. I leaned back against Sam's shoulder, and she automatically wrapped her arm around me. Her hand rested on my thigh. Sam moved her palm up and down. Sam moved her palm up and down the creases of my skirt slowly, as if it were part of her idiosyncratic habit. Idiosyncratic habit. I shifted my leg and fidgeted in my seat. I felt guilty that I couldn't really pay much attention to the movie. A movie could be saved for viewing at another time. Yeah, that's the nice thing about having home videos, huh? Tonight, what I wanted was to affirm the love that we have. One more time. Sam? What is it, Michelle? Would you mind if I stayed at night? Of course, I don't mind. Okay. Sam, your hand. Sam's hand was stroking my outer thigh. Her fingers would run up and down the length of my pantyhose. It tickled and made me feel hot. Yeah. It was embarrassing to tell her. I turned away from her. Sam pulled me closer. Her hand was around my waist. I made a sound. Michelle, your voice. I'm sorry. Yeah, I almost choked on my water for a second there. I was gonna laugh and then I drank at the same time. Don't apologize. I love the sound of your voice. I miss being with you like this. Sam, I miss you too. She held me close. I rested my body fully in her arms. My face felt flushed. I felt shy to be this close to Sam. Sam brushed back the hair covering my face and she kissed me on the forehead. And then on my ear and cheek. They were innocent and sweet kisses. Michelle. She kissed me again on the lips. Her kisses were slow and gentle. My eyes fluttered. I kissed her back, though I felt clumsy in my gestures. Sam. It was intoxicating. Feels like I'm in a trance. It felt as if I was caught in a trance. But something pulled me back. It was like a pin to my heart. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? I wasn't kind to you. Why do you say that? Well, you're so nice to me. Even though I left you like that. Do you really forgive me? Michelle, you don't have to say sorry. I understand. Please don't guilt yourself over this anymore. But that's who she is, Sam! She's a living ball of guilt! But, Michelle, you've already been sincere to me. Since the beginning. And I love that about you. Yeah, she loves that honest personality that you have. Sam, I'm not good at expressing my feelings, but please know that I love everything about you. Michelle, you're so cute. Michelle, you're really special to me. Your gestures, the way you look at me, the way you express yourself, it's altogether perfect to me. Oh my god. Sam kissed me again. Somebody help me. I'm dying. She wrapped her arms around me, and I reciprocated her action. It was a wonderful feeling to be in the arms of another person. I held onto Sam. I wanted to contain her warmth. My heart was pounding. Was this the feeling of desire? I wonder. I wanted Sam to show that she wanted me, and I wanted to show Sam that I desired her. We kissed with an intensity. Oh my god. Sam! I embraced Sam. I missed her so much. I wanted Sam to hold me tight and take away the heavy feeling in my heart. Very of the, repetitiveness of the, I miss you so much and all that. But, I felt Sam pulled me into her arms. I heard her whisper to me between kisses. Michelle, you're lovely. Sam, I missed you so much. I know, I get it. I missed you too. I get it, you guys missed each other. She pushed me against the wall. She undid the buttons of my blouse with one hand. Her other hand glided from my neck down my spine and to my legs slowly. Her touch made me shiver. Every motion of her made me feel as if my heart was going to leap out of my chest. Sam continued kissing me. She moved her lips down, nipping at the skin of my neck. I let out another moan. She bit my lower lip lightly and parted my lips with her tongue. She kissed me more deeply. I felt her tongue inside me. I whimpered and moaned. Every action of Sam had an effect on me. Sam, this is Hey, how are you talking, Michelle? Her tongue's inside. Sam bit me on the neck. Oh, she's not kissing Yuri. This time, much harder than before. Sam! Sam's hand switched from stroking my side to teasing the area between my legs. She moved her hand slowly towards the center, her hand stopping short of my undergarments. My heart pounded in anticipation, but she took away her hand suddenly. Oh no! Oh no! Sam! Are you upset at me? I want you, Michelle. I'm sorry. When you make such a face, how could I hold myself back? Sam, Michelle, are you mine? Huh? Sam caressed my chest. She used the tip of her fingers to tease the edge of my skin. There was an urgency in her action. I tried to hide the sound of my voice, but Sam continued to provoke a response from me. I couldn't keep quiet. Sam! What? Sam! Sam, please! Why are you teasing me like this? Oh no! It's Michelle! You're so adorable! Sam kissed my neck and chest. She pushed up my bra with her hand, and she played with my bare chest with her tongue in her mouth. She licked and sucked on my breasts. Every touch sent shockwaves of pleasure to the rest of my body. It was such a strong feeling she gave me. Sam continued pressing on my core, escalating the feeling. Your core, like literally, like your solar plexus. Her finger tugged at the gusset of my pantyhose. The gusset? She danced around my sensitive spot, applying pressure and taking it away as soon as I felt good. Sam, I couldn't take it anymore. Her teasing was too much. I was going to break. Oh yeah, she has an off day, doesn't she? Oh, very nice. Hold on. Let me save that. I'm gonna go back to the gallery 1 second. I fucking knew it. There was another scene. I cock-blocked myself yet again. Damn me for making defensive choices. Damn everyone. And especially Joey. God, it's a good thing you guys can't see my face, but I did feel a little heated. Right here, in my cheeks. There was something incredibly indulgent about waking up late on a weekday that made it almost seem criminal. Yeah, I know, you're not working. I had stayed over at Sam's place. It was late morning by the time light of the sun streamed through the window blinds, its warm rays landing softly on our bodies. Also, that's right, if you want to see a third scene of that, you know, go play the game and pick better choices than me. It gently woke us up from slumber. You know, you guys wake up, you got this nice music going in. We took our time getting out of bed. The world outside had already been long awake. I could hear the sound of cars and the activity of people outside while we were comfortably laying on the bed. While we still comfortably laid on the bed, I felt Sam's draw slow circles on my back. I turned to face her. She was beaming with a radiant energy. It was dazzling. I felt shy. I wasn't used to being with someone like this. I buried my face onto Sam's shoulder. She responded by tenderly wrapping her arms around me. It wasn't bad, I thought, to be close to someone like this. Being held and touched. It made my heart race. It was a beautiful September day. The sky was so blue. There was absolutely not a cloud in the sky. The air was refreshingly clear after the heavy rain last night. I was glad I could share this morning with Sam. We eventually got out of bed. We showered and got dressed. I borrowed some clothes from Sam. I had trouble picking something out at first. Sam's closet was full of flashy, colorful outfits. Only Sam could pull them off the way that she does. I looked for something more plain and simple. While I was deciding what to wear, I noticed Sam was putting on a pair of jeans, and I thought it would be nice to match her a little. Oh! I picked out a cream-colored turtleneck and a stonewashed denim skirt to pair. What do you think? Oh my god, Sam! Ah, you look great! You could be Miss Hong Kong. Really? Is that a compliment or an insult? It's a compliment. I'm saying it from the heart. You're beautiful. Do I look too young for this look? I don't want people to mistake me as your younger sister. Eh? I think the clothes look really fashionable on you. You look like the cool and independent woman that you are. Oh, an independent woman, huh? Really? I hope I can match you. You look really stylish today. Oh, Michelle, I think we look perfect together. Your hair. It looks good this way too. Oh, thank you. Will you be heading to your shop later today? Not today. Today's my break day. Really? Wow, the both of you guys have a break, huh? I didn't know that. How convenient. How about you? You don't have to go into the office today? No, I don't. I was given the day off. Why don't we go somewhere then? Where? There's so many places we could go. How about the Ocean Park? How about Ocean Park? It won't be too busy on weekdays. Oh my god, I need to check. Where am I? I'm an hour in. Oh my god, I need to... Okay, I need to stop or else this is going to be another 2-hour video and I can't handle that right now, especially after what happened. Oh my god. Such a nice part this is. And like this song too, just so nice. You know, they've ended up doing the smex again, albeit it's a little bit more intense than the previous, which is understandable because, you know, the first time you gotta be hitting that short and sweet, very sensual. But Michelle herself, you know, she was taken into that feeling, but she wasn't like as super into it as she was in this one. You know, and then, and then the tease play that's happening out here. Too much for me, man. You're just making me think of other possibilities that's happening. You know, it starts with a B and it ends with a DSM. DSM. And then I really like the initial interaction with her and Sam. You know, and just Sam going and saying like, hey, we both have different paths. I get it. I understand. And in a sense, she does. If we remember her backstory, she does understand where Michelle is coming from, and she understands that fear because, especially in the 80s, especially, I would assume, they're in Hong Kong, and, you know, gay people aren't really looked... well, gay people are looked down upon. You know, this is something that's not of the norm, so you shouldn't pursue it. So Sam understands that, so that's why she was so ready to just give up on it, because she knows that Michelle is afraid, and she remembers that Michelle had said before that the relationship between them is impossible. So yeah, she was very ready to just give up on it, but she also wasn't really being, you know, mean to Michelle. She was being understanding, and like I said, with Michelle finally being able to take the step of her own, finally be able to make that decision instead of going with the flow, as she had said, you know, and going to eat dinner with Joey. But for her to do that, and especially take a risk of just going in and kissing Sam to show her feelings for her, not knowing whether Sam was going to reciprocate it or not. So that was a good step for her to take, just like with what Sam had done initially with, you know, with Sam kissing her. and not knowing whether Michelle was going to reciprocate it. So it was very nice. You know, the mirroring image that they have. Again, they're both they're two sides of the same coin. And then when they got back to Sam's apartment, we have Michelle again doing her first things, which is her actually saying that she wants to stay late before she ends up saying I want to stay the night. So it was very nice because again, with all the previous scene, it had always been more or less Sam pushing it, and Michelle's just kind of like,
I don't know. I don't know if I really want to do it or not.
And it's that fear, it's that guilt of her mom, which, by the way, we still haven't seen that yet. Of her, you know, eventually going to have to be like, hey, I'm dating a girl, and your mom is gonna be like, what? So we're gonna have that, and we'll just have to see how her mother reacts. But right now, from what Michelle had said, she feels like she doesn't really care what other people think of this of their relationship right now. So perhaps for the most part, maybe she feels like she doesn't care much for her face. And if you guys don't really know Chinese culture, face is like everything. Your reputation is fucking everything, alright? And people will do just about anything to save face. That includes the CCP. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I'm actually wearing a Wu Mao shirt. How convenient. How many times will I have to say that I love this game? Alright? I love it. I have nitpicks about it, just like everything else with visual novels. I have nitpicks on it. I will talk about it towards the end of the game. But I love it overall. And I mean, just look at Sam. Look at her. When they were watching the movie and Sam's over here just fucking slowly putting the moves on her. Whoa there, dude. Whoa. Slow your roll. Oh my god. Alright, I'm done. I'm done gushing over Sam. Alright? I mean, I'm not done, but I'm done with it in this video. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.